Well, one of the craziest weeks ever for crypto airdrops continues, and let's not waste any time and give you everything you need to know about airdrops today. And we might as well start off with Eigenlayer, which is for sure going to be one of the biggest, if not the single biggest airdrop of all time. And today they announced that they are getting closer to mainnet. Now, in case you don't know what this means, the Token Genesis event is going to be occurring when they actually launch on mainnet. So up until this point, anyone that is restaking ETH with Eigenlayer is actually only earning points, but when they finally launch on mainnet, the actual token is going to be live. Now, they posted a blog post and they don't have any actual specific dates in here. There's a few more steps, a couple of tests that need to occur before we actually go live. So mainnet launch is the 5th step in their new roadmap. The restaker delegations, deposits, and withdrawals will all be enabled. And they don't actually explicitly say it here, but this is theoretically where the points should be converted into the token. So we are getting a lot closer to this. And then if we move over here, EtherFi in their Discord today confirmed that the claim page for the ETHFi token is going to be live on Friday. So if this is accurate, and I do believe that it is, it means the EtherFi airdrop is going to be going live tomorrow. And as I've mentioned a few times in the last couple of videos, EtherFi has their final countdown on right now. Now, by the time you actually watch this video, there's probably going to be around 2 hours left for this final countdown. But I did want to mention one important thing, which is that for every 50,000 ETH restaked before this deadline, they are adding 0.25% to the total airdrop allocation. However, half of that is going to existing holders of the token, but the other half is going to new stakers. And there's actually far fewer people that have been restaking during this final countdown period than are previously stakers. And so what that means is if you have some ETH laying around that you want to restake with EtherFi before this deadline ends, it's possible that you could get an outsized allocation from that because less than 5,000 wallets, as of the last time I checked, had been restaking during the final countdown. And then on top of that, EtherFi released this very bullish blog post, I would say, where they're outlining their new roadmap. And the TLDR of that is that basically they're going to move from liquid restaking to actually deploying DeFi vaults that earn high yield directly on their platform. And then they've got this super interesting part of the roadmap here where they're going to deploy something called EtherFi Cash, which is a real-life spending account that will allow you to spend and borrow against your EtherFi balance in real world, including a mobile app that connects to your EtherFi account and a credit card. So I don't know if they can actually pull this off or not, but if they do, this is incredibly bullish for the future of EtherFi and then obviously the value of the EtherFi token. All right, let's move on now to an airdrop claim that is currently live within the Blast ecosystem, which is this PackMoon coin. Now, I personally have not been doing that much on Blast, but the claim is now live, so you can go to the website, connect your wallet and your social accounts, and you'll be able to claim your portion of the first airdrop. Now, with this wallet, I was not eligible, but if we look at the FAQ and the criteria here, this was for people that deposited to Blast before February 29th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and that were early access referrers, or if you got rugged from Risk on Blast. So definitely go and check to see if you're eligible if you were an early adopter of Blast. All right, next up, I wanted to briefly talk about Vitruvio, which is kind of an under the radar new L1. It is an EVM compatible blockchain, meaning that you can access it within a MetaMask wallet or another Ethereum wallet. And their whole thing is that they're trying to create a decentralized ecosystem for creators and then their communities. Now, yesterday they just launched their airdrop campaign. It's explicitly laid out. They have a point system that will eventually be convertible into the Vitru token. This token is already in circulation and you can actually get some as a part of this process. Now, if you want to participate, what you need to do is go to the Vitruvio page and go to the airdrop tab. So there's a bunch of tasks to complete. Some of them are social, like following them on X, joining the Discord. And then if you want to finish all of these tasks to get points boosts, what you need to do is deposit a minimum of $25 to the Vitru network. So let me just actually open it up in my wallet here. So it's called Vitruvio Mainnet RC1. So if I switch to that network here, I have some tokens, and basically what I did was I deposited $25 from Binance. If we go here to the swaps page, This is where you make the deposit. So you can deposit either from Ethereum mainnet or Binance Smart Chain. Obviously, I chose the cheaper option. And then the option is to buy Vitru, which is the gas token of the Vitruvio network, with either BUSD or USDT. So the minimum to receive the points boost and to complete their task for their airdrop campaign is $25. Totally up to you if you want to try and experiment with it. And then once you have that Vitru token in your wallet, you can stake it and lock it up to earn an APR. And the longer you lock it, the higher the APR is. So what I did was I deposited the minimum $25, got some Vitru tokens, and then I staked them for the minimum 60 days, just to sort of experiment with this. I'm definitely not in a position where I would recommend aping a huge amount of money to this, but the platform and the team seems legit based on the research that I've done to this point, and it is actually relatively under the radar. All right, next up, we have a big announcement for Dimension stakers, and this is coming from Stride. So basically what they've done is launched a new liquid staking token for Dimension. This is called ST-Dime. And so if you liquid stake your Dimension tokens with Stride, what you get is the Dimension staking yield. You get hopefully the airdrops for staking Dimension. You get an airdrop from Stride in the form of the Stride token, and you get to keep liquidity, meaning you can actually sell this at any time and there's no 21-day lockup period. Now, one thing I'll say is that the airdrops to Dimension stakers portion of this is not 100% guaranteed. Basically, the best that Stride can do is try to encourage teams airdropping to Dimension stakers to include ST-Dime in those airdrop snapshots, but it's not a guarantee. And so for me personally, what I'm planning on doing is putting a small stack into ST-Dime and then allocating some of the rewards from my other Dimension staking into ST-Dime. Now, if you want to stake some Dimension tokens with Stride, you can't do it from an Ethereum wallet. So you need to actually get some assets onto the Kepler wallet or another Cosmos wallet. And the native staking of Dimension happens through an Ethereum or an EVM wallet on the Dimension portal. So for those reasons, I'm not going to just go all in on Stride. I'm going to keep most of my Dimension tokens, the vast majority actually natively staked, and then allocate a small amount to this. Now, in terms of the Stride airdrop, they're allocating a total of 250,000 Stride tokens to people that purchase ST-Dime. And it's going to taper off over a 120-day period. So the earlier that you get in, the more that you get. All right, next up, this is a pretty cool announcement. So Polyhedra Network, which announced the launch of their token just a couple of days ago, has now actually partnered with Space ID Protocol to bring .zk domains, which they're calling another omni-chain domain NFT. Now, this is not the first such domain. We had clusters from Layer 0. And if we open up the blog post here, you can see that if you buy one of these .zk domains, you're going to be receiving an ID airdrop. So this is not technically actually open right now, but registration is going to be opening soon. And if you want to buy one of these, there will be some benefits to it. All right, moving just really quickly to the Parcel airdrop, there was an announcement the other day that people realizing losses from trading get 20 points for every dollar of negative price performance that is realized. So not necessarily something I would go out of my way to try to achieve, but if for some reason you realize losses trading real estate on the Parcel platform, you're going to be getting a points boost because this is actually historical as well as moving forward. All right, next up, speaking of the Solana ecosystem, MarginFi points just went live for trading on Whales Market. So if we open up Whales Market, you can see that the floor price for one MarginFi point is 0.12 cents, meaning that 1 million points is currently selling for a minimum of $1,200 US. So not exactly massive, but as I've said on multiple occasions, I don't exactly trust these Whales Market point price predictions. Another piece of news for MarginFi, however, is that if you use the Backpack wallet with the MarginFi platform, you get a points boost. So you get a 1.05x, which basically means a 5% multiplier on any points if you use the Backpack wallet. So if you're still farming the MarginFi airdrop, or maybe you're trying to battle your way up the ranks, or at least stop yourself from being diluted and moving down the ranks, maybe getting an extra 5% boost by using a Backpack wallet could be a strategy. Next up, an announcement from Monad today. Apparently their DevNet is live and it's very fast. Now, the thing about this airdrop is that there's not really a good way for airdrop farmers to actually get in on it unless you want to go grind in the Monad Discord. So this is not the type of airdrop that I personally have the time to try and farm, but this could be a big project. It's got serious backing. And so if I see any other opportunities for us to get in, aside from doing things like staking Pi tokens and probably owning certain very expensive NFT collections, but we'll stay tuned for more information on this because this is definitely a super hyped and big project, and it's getting closer, it looks like, to actually launching something. All right, a couple more quick things. If you haven't already signed up for the GRVT exchange, they're basically in pre-alpha. You need a referral code to get in. I only get 2 per week, so I'll throw them down below if I have any. And when you actually get in, there's ways that you can earn these mystery boxes with the ZK Sync logo on it. This has been shared by the ZK Sync team many times, so I definitely recommend you check it out. And then soon they're actually going to be launching a trading platform on the ZK Sync, which could be a good one to interact with if the ZK Sync snapshot has not already occurred. Because I have seen lots of speculation on the timeline that it might have happened about 2 weeks ago, right at the end of February, but we'll see. Until they actually formally announce it, I'm still pushing buttons and trying to run up my transaction volume. All right, next up, for Pyth stakers, there's a bunch of governance votes on right now. I think there's 6 or 7 of them. But if you are lazy like me, and you also don't really care about the results of these elections, but you just want to vote because you're ticking a box for airdrop farming purposes, you can just click this button, batch voting, and then select all, click vote yes or no, whatever you want, and then sign that transaction in your wallet. Now this is actually gonna cost me 0.01 SOL, but I'll eat that cost because, hey, it's way less than transacting on most of the Ethereum networks anyways. Although I have noticed recently that Solana transactions are getting more expensive. Anyways, I just voted on all of those proposals with 1 transaction. So that's the lazy way out if you want to vote on Pyth governance. Okay, 2 more things. First, there's this POAP, which is commemorating the launch of the Ethereum Denkun fork. Now, this costs about $10 to mint, and it probably will have no actual monetary benefit or actual airdrop relevance. I'm going to say probably though, because there's a very small chance that having stuff like this in your wallet helps you qualify for future things. And in the past, some little NFTs or POAPs that I've minted have gotten me early access to things like the Lens protocol, even though it was in closed beta for like 2 years. So you never know. If you have $10 you want to allocate to this, it's a very, very speculative play, but you can mint it on Base, Optimism, or Arbitrum, so save money on transaction fees. And mostly though, I would say this is probably just going to be a commemorative thing that you can just hold in your wallet and look at. And then this is one other NFT. This one you should definitely go and mint because it's free and it's on the Base network, so it's going to cost you like 5-10 cents to mint. And this is yet another commemorative NFT for EIP 4844. So this one I would say definitely mint, and then the other POAP I was talking about, only mint if you have 10 bucks that you don't mind throwing away. And then finally, I'm just gonna say one more time that my Patreon is only $5, and if you join it, you get early access to videos. There's currently 2 videos on here that aren't even live on YouTube yet, and then you get access to our Discord where we're grinding all day, every day, trying to earn some of these airdrops. Yesterday, I mentioned this for the first time in a while. I think we had some like 50 new members. So if you are interested in joining, it's $5 per month, which I think is a relatively low fee for what you get. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you found some alpha in there, and I'll see you later.